Hello everyone, it's video blog time. I'm going to try this new strategy here where I'm holding uh, my phone in my hand while I do this video blog, so that way I won't talk too long because my arms will get tired. So let's see if it works. Got a new hat, hope you like it. I understand if you don't. It's a Greg Norman hat. I like it. So March 15th, first 2 weeks of March are over. I've been doing two things in particular. Me and my wife have been raising our now 3-week-old daughter, which is crazy, and we could be getting more sleep, but we're just trying to soak in we're just trying to soak it all in. We hear how they grow up so fast, and we just want to appreciate and soak it all in. So, yeah, everything seems to be going good so far. So that's where we're at right now, 3 weeks old. So the other thing that I've been up to is I mentioned in the last video blog I'm working on two projects. I'll say a little bit more today. One of them is a music video for a certain song in particular, and that should be out by the end of this month. Hopefully by the end of this month. I think so. The second one is an EP of about 4 songs, and it's not just an EP. It'll go along with something else I'm working on. It's going to be very special, and that should be out by mid-April. That's just a rough guess for both of these. So those are the two things I'm working on, kind of bouncing myself around these two things. And then of course the very important job of raising my 3-week-old daughter with my wife, of course. That's what I've been up to. So I'm very excited about all 3 of these things, and I think you'll be excited, and you'll really enjoy these 2 projects I'm working on when they're released. So today I just wanted to give a quick little message to if you're within the ages of like 30 to 42, that tends to be your slightly older millennials, your older millennials to your Generation Y to your young Generation X. That's what that covers. Depending on what chart you read, kind of changes a little bit. I've seen millennial charts that say 35 and down, 32 and down, so it just depends. But 35 sometimes tends to be where the Generation Y starts, depending on when your birthday is. 30 to 40, 42. If you're younger than that, if you're older than that, the reason why it doesn't pertain to you in particular, it'll make more sense once you see what I say. So one of the things I've been thinking a lot about lately is just how things have changed so much for everything, right? And I just wanted to tell this age range to not give up on what they're doing. It doesn't matter if you have a real job or obviously, if your real job is your dream job, then this does not even pertain to you. You won the game of life. I mean, it's as simple as that. But the people that are maybe, let's say, working a job, or 2 jobs or 3 jobs, doing that sort of thing. I'm not saying to forget that. You need that. We all need a source of income. Most of us need a source of income to not only take care of ourselves, take care of our family, to fuel the dreams we all have. And I know I kind of hate to use the word dream at this point. I mean, we all have dreams. It's unavoidable. But I just wanted to use a word that's more real. Things we want in our lives that maybe we feel like that have gone over our heads. It's over. I want to be the person to tell you here that it's so not true. It was true. I mean, let's just say if you were a singer, right, or a guitar player, drummer, music, a writer in music, what, scratch the writer off, because that's kind of always been a little different. But say a singer, a guitar player in a band or something like that. You want to get into the music industry 20 years ago. There's a very good chance that the older you get, the older you got, the harder it was going to be, the less chances you were going to have. That's just how the industry was built, is young, fresh faces. As the world goes on, they need new people to listen to look up to, for kids to look up to, for people of the same age range to be a fan of, and for the older generations to think is horrible. You know, that's just the way it's always kind of worked. Uh, but things have changed in a way where it's kind of like it just can't go in a circle anymore. Things have to, uh, what's that word? Things have to adapt and move on. I mean, the music industry, the movie industry, entertainment industry, the whole just basically has to adapt to how things are now because things are so fast. People's attention spans are basically shrinking for the most part. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if scientifically they're shrinking. I just know that people in general just really aren't. You know, there's so many things to look at and to pay attention to that we're all over the place. We all know that. Uh, but with that has come a change of how things work. If you're in that age range that I mentioned, don't give up if you don't want to, because let me tell you, it may be a cliche thing to say, but right here, this little rectangle here on YouTube, this is massive. This is huge. It's changing everything, and use it while you can. I mean, it's not nothing's forever. Things will change where this maybe it gets too hard to succeed on a platform like something like this. But use it now while you can. You don't have to give up. You can hold your day job. You can keep it. Do what you do. You're gonna need money anyways to fuel what it is you're doing. But if you had a dream of selling cupcakes and baking and or fixing cars, having a shop where you turn cars around, from old beat up cars to new really cool looking cars. If that was your thing, then get on with it. Let's do it. You know. And I say this because I don't like the idea of these big industries having a certain way that they do it. Then society kind of learns that way, and they expect it as well. So that's just how it. No, you things can change. You don't have to live by that. You can make your own world. There's a quote that Steve Jobs says, and I'm not gonna say it exactly because I just at the top of my head I won't remember it perfectly. But basically, what he was saying is that people sometimes forget that you can change the world because the people that have changed the world aren't any smarter than you are. Um, you know, he didn't say this, but I'll just throw in for the most part. But his quote was basically to tell you that it's basically all possible. But just people tend to think that things are the way they are, they'll never change, and then all of a sudden, while you're thinking that, someone goes and does it. It happens. It's hard, yes. It contains. You're gonna have to get a little lucky here and there. You're gonna have to not stop. So that's my main thing. Don't stop. If you don't stop, you give yourself just that one more extra little chance. Now, I don't want to sit here and say, get up in the morning, grind, work hard. I mean, yes, it's a given. You can't stop. You have to figure out a way to, work hard. But I don't like when people just focus on that because, well, we'll work hard on what? It's got to be something, and you know what it is. If you're passionate about something, well, then you know what it is. Yeah, work hard on it. But there's so much more. There's brainstorming. There's being creative. There's having a support team. If you don't have one, make one. Find people that you can trust that can throw ideas to you back and forth. That like to do it. That don't feel pressured to help you out. I don't really want to help this guy out or this girl out. No, you don't want negativity like that in your circle for your passion. You want people that are gonna legitly care about you and to help you. And, we all kind of need that somewhat. So there's all sorts of things that need to come together to make this dream happen. Sometimes it's just straight up money. You just need things. You need to buy certain things that'll help you get something off the ground. And these are all kind of in a way slightly different. It's almost a different subject. I don't want to go off too far. The main thing here is don't give up. There's no reason to anymore. There's not, at least for the time being, while all these social networks have a chance, they're giving you a chance. The door is not closed on your dreams anymore. You're just not. Hold your real job, make the money, do what you got to do, support your family, of course, number one. But don't think you're too old to do something you've always wanted to do. Do it. And the reason I'm leaving the younger people out of this and the older people is because guess what? In this internet age, I've learned a couple things. Well, for one, if you're younger, well then it goes without saying you're in a good position to do something anyway. So it goes without you're good. Keep on doing what you're doing. If you're older, like maybe you're in your 60s, 70s, guess what? If you're an old dancer and you want to, put the dancing shoes back on, make a video of it. Guess what? People love it. People love to see older people not give up on something. So right away, there's an edge because you're older. As crazy as that may sound. Um, I'll joke around sometimes with people that I know, and I'll be like, well, if I can ever get something going, if I'm okay when I'm 80, well, then I'll just sing a really good cover, and maybe that'll still hold some sort of like value, and I'll do something when I'm 80. But that's kind of why I'm not really giving the advice out. Doesn't really pertain to the older and to the younger, but to that age range of 30 and 40, keep going, do it. You can. But there's a beginning and the end to everything. And like, for example, I'll just say YouTube. It's going to get harder. It already is super hard to get something going, but it's there. And if you work your project hard enough, like I'm saying, I don't really like the vague idea of just saying work hard. There's got to be more than that. But yeah, there's got to be a passion. You got to have it. You're gonna have to think about it, and work hard. So, but do it. Don't give up. Don't feel like time has passed you, because it hasn't. Unfortunately, in the past, that was the situation. But right now, don't make it easy on the industry. On whatever industry it is. The last thing they really want to see is a bunch of do-it-yourself people on YouTube making their way and making some success happen. It's just not. It just doesn't work for them that well. They'll have to adapt. God forbid they have to adapt. It's just the way it is. Let's make them adapt. Let's not give up. So keep going. Do what you do. Do what you've always wanted to do. Whatever it is in the entertainment. Maybe you're one of those that's already accomplished that, and if that's the case, then that's amazing. Keep doing it, and I hope to be a part of that someday. I am doing it. I can look at my channel, and I can look at all the music I've made over the years, and I can actually say, like, regardless whether there's a ton of people checking my music out or not, I can say I've done the music, I've recorded it. I do have a body of work, and I'm very proud of that. So things can still happen for whatever it is you want to do. So with that, good luck, and I'll see you in my next video blog. Rock on.